How you doing? I just thought I would quickly pop on. It's Joan from Joan Kennedy Artist here. And today I wanted to talk to you about cats. So if you're not a cat lover, then you know what? Don't waste your time. Today is apparently National Siamese Cat Day. So there's a celebration of Siamese cats. But do you know what? I thought, hey, let's celebrate all cats. Why don't just have to be Siamese? And it got me thinking, and I just thought I'd quickly pop on. I started to think about my own cat. So if you have a cat, then you know, like any pet, how much joy they bring. So I was just going to give you a little bit of a story, really. So say if you're busy, don't worry, put the kettle on because this might take a while. I used to have a cat, and it was called Pepper. And both Pepper and I had a magical time together, really. Something really, really special. It's the only cat I've ever had. And as I say, if you're a cat lover, I'd love to know in the comments. If you have a cat, and I'd love to see a photograph of your cat and what you call your cat. Anyway, yeah, just been feeling a bit melancholy today, just thinking about my cat called Pepper. And what happened was that when I moved over to the UK from Ireland, I basically moved over because of love, because I met my husband and he's English, and so I basically gave up everything to be with him, as in my family, my country, my name, because I went from a single name to a married name, friends, the whole lot. So I found it really hard, to be quite honest, very hard when I moved over here first to settle. And, you know, because I have been very close to my family and friends over there. So it was a really hard thing for me, especially living down south of England at the time. And that's when we got this cat called Pepper, and then my husband had to work away. So Pepper and I became really close. He was a stray that I picked up this woman had this house with all these different cats and whatever. And, you know, I originally had sort of a vision of a cat that was going to be handsome, but Pepper was a tabby cat and he was just a very ordinary cat. But I say we just had this really sort of very strange bond that, you know, he was like a dog. If I went out, he wanted to follow me and wanted to walk down the street and all the rest. And as I say, when my husband was working away, so I was there on my own. It was quite lonely, really. And one day I came home from work and I found a load of blood all over the sheets in the bed, and I just thought, my God, what's happened? And there in the corner, huddled in the corner, was Pepper. And basically he had been hit by a car and his whole face was all bashed in, and it was awful, really. Yeah, it was just, you know, my best friend had just... So I grabbed him, rushed him down to the vets, and he had an operation and had to, basically he had his whole face wired, all his mouth was wired up because his jaw was basically hanging off. So the whole mouth was all wired up, and the vet said to me, I don't know if he'll survive or not. And really my feeling is I don't want any animals, I don't want my pets suffering, and I'd rather have them put down than to suffer. But with Pepper, he said there is a chance, don't just, you know. But he said what I had to do was I had to inject through his mouth, I had to inject the food into him every day, liquid food. And then he said if he doesn't start eating himself, if he doesn't start eating within 2 weeks, then there's probably no chance. Now, the good thing about Pepper, for his own sake, was that he was way and truly overweight. He was a really big cat. So he didn't eat much, and he lost a lot of weight. And I thought the 2 weeks came, and I thought, okay, he's not eating. And I was there every day, every evening. I had to work during the day, so in the evening time, I couldn't wait to get home, and I was just him and me and the pair of us, and I nursed him all the times as when I could be there. So what happened was I took time off work, so I was there all day with him, and then suddenly, after the 2 weeks, on the 2 weeks, he ended up suddenly turned and started to eat food, started to eat. So that was just incredible. And yeah, this was the bond that we have. So we moved away then. We moved further up north where I live now. And it was really strange because I ended up where I remember he jumped on the bed and I gave him a cuddle, little cuddle. Something said to me, give him a really good rub because you're never going to see him again. And which was really weird. You know, you get these moments and you just kind of get these messages in your head. We all do, our head, you know. And anyway, do you know what? I never saw him again. Gave him a rub and then this disappeared. And I was frantic, of course, and I started to ring around everywhere trying to find out where he'd gone. And we'd only moved house, and it turned out then that he'd been killed, just literally across the road from us. I think he'd been poisoned. So anyway, hey, you know what's really strange though? Every Christmas when I take out Christmas decorations, I can smell his scent just for a moment, which is really strange. Hi Pamela, nice to see you. Just talking about my cat that I used to have called Pepper. So, and it brings me on to the next point then, that yeah, every Christmas there's kind of this, when I'm hanging up Christmas decorations, I get this kind of scent on like a memory of Pepper. So so that was Pepper. So what I was going to say, because today been National Cat Day, something I did paint in the background I wanted to show you, in memory really of, I suppose, of Pepper, whatever. This is a painting that I created. It's a watercolour, and it is for sale. I've decided to sell it. And it's basically, it's called Waiting for Christmas. So it looks like Pepper when he was a baby, as opposed to a kitten, really. So it's done in heritage, no, not heritage watercolour paper. Oh gosh, I can't think. I will put the details, I will do a post and put the details in about the Saunders Waterford. That's it, Saunders Waterford paper. It's done on Saunders Waterford, and it is, obviously it's done with artists' watercolour and inks. So it's £200, and it's the original. So that's really the story behind the inspiration, why I created this piece in memory of my cat called Pepper. So I just thought I'd pop on, just let you know what I'm up to. I've got a lot going on in the studio here at the moment, and I hope you're having a great day. All right. So thanks for watching. Nice to see you on here, Pamela. Thanks for popping on, and have a nice afternoon. Okay, take care. Bye.